Okay, what do we have to say?
Kampai Street Talks.
Kampai is cheers, yeah?
Oh, in Japanese.
Yeah. So you cheers each other.
Uh huh.
Kampai.
Okay.
Kampai.
Kampai Street
Street
Talks. So, what's up, Street Talks? This is Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. Chilling with the one and only Japan camera hunter, aka Bellamy Hunt.
Hey.
So, Mr. Charlie Kirk's over there. Where is he? Oh, hold on.
You
Hold my
put it
wine.
on the bed.
Yeah, I got your wine.
Hold my wine.
So,
Mr. Charlie Kirk's actually in the process of. How many rolls did you shoot this month?
About 50.
He shot 50 rolls. And he's scanning them onto his lovely Epson scanner, and he's gonna be sitting out on this one for tonight. So he had the fun idea of having Bellamy interview
the Bellamy interview.
the
Yeah.
Bellamy interview, and we're
Yeah.
also being very classy by
Drinking
our wine. Yeah. So I guess you could start, Bellamy.
Me?
Aren't you gonna interview me?
No, you're interviewing me, dude.
Oh, I'm interviewing you.
No,
Yeah.
you're the interviewer, Bellamy, definitely.
What?
You're
Interview.
the interviewer, yeah. Go on, just
Ah.
go with the flow.
So, Eric.
Yes.
How's Japan been so far? How's it been?
Japan has been really awesome. Should I tell the story about what happened today?
Yeah, do it, dude. Do it, dude. Vindicate me.
Oh my god. So it was hilarious. What happened today was we went to the race course
Yeah.
where they race the horses, and we're just we're all hanging out, taking some photos and watching the races. And what happened was we were all like, okay, let's go out and shoot on our own and meet back at the central location in an hour. So we all part our ways, and Charlie's shooting, Bellamy's shooting, I'm shooting with flash. So I go upstairs, and there's places where people buy all the tickets, and I take a photo of like the security guard with my flash really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy, I took a bunch of photos beforehand, but he didn't mind. Most people didn't mind, but this one security guard grabbed my wrist, and he's like, "Come with me." I'm like, "Okay." Like this old security guard, and pulls me off to a corner. And he calls his little walkie-talkie, calls over some people, and then they're like talking to me in Japanese. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Da, da, da. And I'm like, I'm American. I don't know what you guys are saying. I only know how to speak English. And they're like, "Oh, they're just all kind of looking at each other. Thought I was Japanese. They're like, "So, are you from China?" And I'm like, "No, I'm from America. I'm American." They're like, "Okay." And so they're like, "Oh, sorry, you're not allowed to take photos here." And I kind of took that as you're not allowed to take photos inside. And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." They're like, "Okay, just whatever." So I went outside and I'm taking more photos. And I ended up taking a photo of another photo of one of the ticket ladies.
Yeah. At the main entrance, right?
At the main entrance,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like
yeah.
this cute girl.
Yeah.
And I took a photo, and then I asked her to pose for another photo.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh," and she did the X, and she's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay."
The batsu. It's called batsu.
It's called what?
Batsu. It means no way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so I walk away, and then one of the security guards comes over me, is like, "Follow me." I'm like, "Okay." And then we're just walking, and this guy is totally chill. He's just like, "Ha ha ha ha, you're not allowed to do that. I know she's kind of cute, but you're not allowed to do that." I'm like, "Okay." So he makes me follow him, and I go into this building. We go upstairs, and it's like their interrogation room or something like that. And they sit me down. There's like 6 other guys who are working there with their walkie-talkies, and they're just kind of wondering what this crazy guy doing. And first they're all speaking Japanese, and they're like, "What is this? What is he doing?" And
Just hold them
product placement. Product placement.
Product placement.
I'll hold this later. And so they're all just like, "Where are you from? What are you doing here?" I'm like, say the same bit. I'm American. I'm just taking photos. And then the guy who busted me before went into the room again. He's like, "Didn't I tell you that you couldn't take photos here?" And I'm like, "Oh, in America, you're not allowed to take photos inside, but I thought it was outside. It's like, okay, they're like, oh, okay, okay. Let's see your license and stuff like that. Because they didn't really believe that I was from America.
Mhm.
They're all looking at it. I guess to them, the idea of being an Asian
Yeah,
and
an
living in
Asian
American
American
is just,
is kind of it's. I think for some of the older generation, it kind of blows their mind a little bit. Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
but I'm speaking with my super American accent, and they're just kind of sitting me, they're just kind of grilling me, and then finally, they asked me to give them my Leica. So this is what happens. Because they're probably gonna ask me to delete the photos. So I have my camera, and I actually got a pretty decent photo, and so I give it to the security guard, pretending it's a security guard,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and he starts playing with it, and they're like, "Is this digital or film?" And I say, "It's a film camera." And then
Oh.
they're like looking in the back. He's like, "But it has a screen and stuff like that." I'm like, "Nope, nope, nope. It's a film camera that's just there." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Dude, you're so lucky that there was a
Yeah.
Leica fan there.
And I'm like, "Yeah, it's an old film camera. Look at it." And I'm like, just showing them to look through the viewfinder, and they're like, "Okay." And they just give me back my camera, and
Yeah.
essentially they just kind of let me go with a slap on the wrist, and they're like, "Oh, what are you gonna do now?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm meeting my friend from he's from Britain, and he's lived in Tokyo for many years." And then they kind of follow me to where he was, and then I met Bellamy
Yeah.
at
After
the rendezvous
yeah.
point, and what did they say, Bellamy?
They told me that they caught you using a flash, and it was disturbing the horses, but also it was disturbing for people, and were they said, we don't mind if you ask people to take their picture, that's fine, but if you just take people's picture, he said that it's shocking for people and they don't like it and it's very uncomfortable. At one point they were a bit worried that you were a bit too pushy, and they were considering calling in the cops. uh, and but I had a bit of a joke with them and a bit of a laugh with them, and I said, "Oh, don't worry, he doesn't really understand. He's not from around here." And they were okay after a while. So, but that's why we started the Free Eric Kim campaign on Twitter. Yeah, um, but they were obviously they have rules which they have to abide to, and they said, please just be a little bit more considerate about how you take pictures here. And but they went off on their way and they were okay.
So Bellamy, what are the laws of street photography in public in Japan?
Laws, oh, they're really complex. They're really complex. Officially, you're not allowed to do it, but then again, nobody enforces any law. In terms of image rights, the laws are so vague here. I mean, the police don't know them. Nobody really knows what they are. I can't say I know them completely. Um, if you physically assault somebody, or if you cause somebody undue distress, then the police will have a problem with you, and they will stop you. And as a foreigner, they will detain you, or be a little bit more aggressive in the way that they grab you. I mean, Japanese street photographers generally don't have a problem, but it is a lot lighter than, say, the UK or somewhere like that, where they're really aggressive and they take your camera and they delete things and they take film out. But here that doesn't really happen. They'll politely ask you to delete the pictures or something, and then when you say you can't, they just go, oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, one interesting thing I noticed about just Japanese culture in general is that I've been shooting a lot, and I've been having, generally speaking, aside from what happened today, is very few people actually. People here are just very non-confrontational, and
People are very non-confrontational, but you have to be careful with that and you have to be aware of it, because they're non-confrontational, but what they will do is they will toddle off and run away down to the police station, and because that's a defining part of the culture here, that it's a tattletale sort of thing here, and people do it, and it's normal and it's expected. Criminals hand themselves in here once they've done something wrong. When somebody murders somebody, the next day they will hand themselves into the police
why is that?
station, because it's expected for them to do so. But it's also part of the culture that you do everybody knows what you do, and you give yourself up. So, people will never say anything to your face, but then you'll hear about it from someone else, be it the police, be it your boss, be it your superior, but it will come back to you. So you have to be a little bit more, you have to shoot in a different way when you hear, I think Charlie's had it before where he's been taking pictures and, they've been, oh my God, and it's been fine, and then 5 minutes later the police have turned up and said, what are you doing? What do you think you're up to? So you have to be aware of that while you shoot here. Yeah.
So what other tips would you give to any other street photographers who might come to Tokyo for the first time?
Some basic Japanese keywords, just like, arigato, thank you. And, like just being able to say, please or thank you, or hello, even, konnichiwa, arigato gozaimasu. To take a picture, it goes a long way. It really does go a long way here, especially as a foreigner, because they're not expecting you to be able to say it. But respect their space, because Japanese public has a larger sort of bubble around personal space.
Even though you're in the subway, like
even though you're in the subway like that, they've got this area that's theirs, and just respect that, and you'll be fine. Most of the time, you can just walk away, and you'll be cool, and there won't be a problem.
Yeah. No, yeah. I've noticed that when I've been shooting here, like I would take photos, I always smile afterwards and say arigato, or I say thank you, and I kind of bow a little bit, and generally people smile back,
bow a little bit. But one big tip for you: don't hang around. Move. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't chimp when you've just taken a picture and standing next to the guy, or don't try and take another one. Take one and go. If you don't get it, there's another subject. A meter down the road. Tokyo is packed full of people. There's always going to be another subject. So just take one and move. Take one and move. Take one and move. Rather than sticking in one spot, because otherwise, that's when you start to annoy them. Which you can do in other countries. You can stick around and take a couple.
Guys, it's quite boring. Can you?
Yeah. Charlie's getting bored over there because we're not paying him any attention. Yeah, we're not paying him any attention. Mr. Two Cute Dogs Big Ego isn't getting his share. So
this is the most boring one that Eric has ever done.
Suck it.
Hey, maybe we could end it with
Eric. Talk about the Japanese ladies.
Oh, the Japanese ladies.
Oh yeah, they're super cute. Huh?
Oh my God. So, if you guys haven't been following Mr. Two Cute Dogs photo stream, the number of attractive Japanese women here is disproportionately high for some reason.
It's not so high in that. No, what it is, right, is the presentation. They are really well presented. These girls, they don't go out without makeup, and they don't go out looking like they're 100%. So the cute girls, I mean, there's cute girls everywhere, but these girls really make an effort, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and Charlie is quite the charmer. Always talks with all these girls.
Yeah, always talks a lot of shit.
Well, this is the advantage of being a white guy in Tokyo, is that.
No, it's the advantage of being a fucking good-looking white guy in Tokyo.
Yeah, a fat, balding. Yeah, okay.
Hey, so show the film cases again.
Yeah. So, oh God, how do I do this? I don't want to be some sort of like Del Boy wheeler dealer.
Oh yeah, you are. Too late.
Yeah, so I'm selling these film cases from Japan. They've been discontinued, so there's hardly any left of them now. But I'm currently negotiating to have these made as well. Again, these are the Fujifilm film cases, which take 10 rolls of film. And if you buy them just as the film case, it comes brand new, lovely, shiny packet. And with that, you get a case that you can fit 10 rolls of film in, which is nice, so you don't have to scrabble around in your bag.
So Bellamy, what if I want to buy it but I don't own a lot of film.
Well, you can buy the film too.
Oh yeah.
I'm also selling bikuri cases, and bikuri means surprise in Japanese. So you can buy a case, and it has 10 rolls of surprise film in it, be it black and white. So you can say, I want a black and white surprise case, or I want a colour surprise case, and you'll get 10 rolls of the best film that you can possibly get for your money in Japan.
So what was it called? The boo
Bikuri.
Bikuri?
Bikuri means surprise in Japanese.
Not to be confused with bukake.
Bukake, not bukake. The bukake case.
Can you explain what
The
bukkake
bukake
means?
case comes and it's kind of
What does
sticky.
bukkake mean?
It's kind of sticky. No, the bikuri case, and it's 10 rolls of random surprise film.
Charlie Kirk, what does bukake mean?
Bellamy watches it quite a lot. So
I can't say I'm familiar with it because actually bukake has another meaning in Japan.
What does the other mean?
It's used to describe something that you put on anything. So you can put food on rice and that would be called bukake. Really.
Imagine that having a guest is like, this is bukake.
Yeah, well, no, it is because it surprised the crap out of me the first time I heard it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, come and get them from my website, japancamera.hunter.com.
okay, so what is it? Wednesday night? So
Yeah, it's Wednesday night.
It's Wednesday night. Tomorrow's gonna be Thursday. We're meeting up some more folks from Tokyo. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Friday night is
you
gonna.
should give a shout out to who you're meeting tomorrow night.
Oh, who am I meeting?
We're meeting tomorrow night. We're going to meet Uchujin, Adrian. We're going to meet Mr. Portraitist, AD. We're going to meet, who else is coming? Rice Rocket, Charlie, obviously, 2 cute dogs, me. Who else?
Mijonju, right?
Mijonju's coming.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mijonju will be
Mijonju.
there.
And maybe Hiroko Tabuchi.
Hiroko Tabuchi, New York Times writer. Yeah, yeah. Few people, interesting people, Tokyo people.
And you guys know that Friday night and Saturday and Sunday is going to be the street photography workshop and the fancy cocktail party at the Laika Ginza store, which is a really, really nice store.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's a gorgeous store.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be a really cool party. I think everybody's going to be very happy.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening to this this little interview with me and
Peace.
Mr. Bellamy Hunt.
Yeah, thank you, Eric.
They've been the best 2 guys in all of Tokyo. I gotta give it to them.
Yeah.
So yeah, signing out. Keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
Peace. Brilliant.